What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black, coming back once again talking Paul Finebaum and some things that he had to say this past week concerning my coach, Coach Kalen Deboer, Ohio State's coach Ryan Day, and I'm gonna bring Kirby Smart into the mix. I'm gonna start out by talking about what Paul Finebaum had to say about Coach Kalen Deboer, in which he said Coach Kalen Deboer got the most pressure on him coming into the 2024 season because of the standard that Nick Saban left. And if Alabama don't make it to the playoffs in 2024, the season will be a complete failure. I already talked about that, so you know how I feel about that if you watch the video. All right. But I don't understand why these so-called college football experts seem to think that Coach Kalen Deboer got so much pressure on him in year one at the University of Alabama. I don't understand. The only pressure that I can see that is on Coach Kalen Deboer is to continue to win at the rate he has won everywhere else. That's probably the pressure that he's putting on himself. All right. Shit, I can sit here right now and make the case that Coach Kalen Deboer could possibly be the best coach in all of college football right now, simply because we all know his overall head coaching record, which is 104-12. We all know that he's 25-3 as a Power 5 head coach at the University of Washington. We already know that. We already know in his 2 years at the University of Washington, he was two-time Coach of the Year. We all know that. All right. So, hey, it is what it is. I mean, if you look at this guy's resume as a head coach, three-time NAIA champion, first 5 years as a head coach, he won 3 national championships. It don't matter what league of football he won it in. I mean, 2 years in the Pac-12, won it his second year, went on to make a playoff appearance. All right, went on to play in a national championship game in his second year at the University of Washington. I mean, Jesus, man, this man is a 3-time NAIA Coach of the Year. All right, 2-time Pac-12 Coach of the Year, 2-time AP Coach of the Year. I mean, Jesus, man. Well, 2-time AP Pac-12 Coach of the Year, AP Coach of the Year in 2023, Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year in 2023, Home Depot Coach of the Year in 2023, Sporting News Coach of the Year 2023, Walter Camp Coach of the Year 2023. So, yeah, I can make the case that this man could possibly be the head coach in all of college football. And let's not forget 3-0 against Steve Sarkisian, 2-0 against Dan Lanning, and he also beat Lincoln Riley. All right, and when they played. So that's beat 2 of the best offensive-minded coach in all of college football and one of the best defensive-minded coach in all of college football. And you can't tell me there's a better offensive-minded coach in college football than Steve Sarkisian, Lincoln Riley, and Lane Kiffin, unless you saying it's Coach Kalen Deboer. You can't say that there's a better coach, offensive-minded coach than those 4 guys. You can put them in whatever order you want to put them in. So, hey, it is what it is. Coach Kalen Deboer, I believe he has the highest winning percentage of any coach in college football right now, at least the Power 4 conference, at 89.7% win percentage. Higher than any coach in Power 4, in the Power 4 conferences right now. And what impresses me the most, and I'm a hater for any team that come into Bryant-Denny Stadium under the tutelage of Coach Kalen Deboer. All right. You know why? Because as a head coach, Coach Kalen Deboer is 72-1 in home games. I bet y'all didn't know that, did you? 72-1 in home games. This man is 19-3 in postseason games. And you might say, he ain't did that in the SEC. It don't matter. The only reason you come up with that excuse when it comes to Coach Kalen Deboer is because you know the man know how to win, and he's nothing but a proven winner. So you got to come up with some excuse to try to diminish his resume. But there is no excuse that you could possibly have not to think this man is one of the best head coaches in all of college football, if not the best head coach in all of college football. Because guess what? He has the highest winning percentage. He got that. All right. I know a lot of people says Kirby Smart is the best coach in all of college football. And you can make a case for that. Being that Kirby Smart haven't lost a regular season game in 3 years. Being that he won 2 national championships in the past 3 years. Being that they've been so dominant in the past 3 years. You can make a case for that. That he's the best head coach. But guess what? His win percentage is not higher than Coach Kalen Deboer. Matter of fact, Kirby's win percentage is 85.5. That's his winning percentage. All right. While my coach, Coach Kalen Deboer, is what? 89.7. So like I said, I can make a case that Coach Kalen Deboer is the best coach in all of college football. So why is the talking heads saying Coach Kalen Deboer got the most pressure on him going into the 2024 season? Is only thing I can think of is because he's replacing the greatest head coach of all time, Nick Saban. That's the only reason that anybody could really say that. The only logical reason. And guess what? Coach Kalen Deboer ain't coming in trying to replicate Nick Saban. He's coming in doing his own thing, being himself. And you see it at fall camp, the way these fall camps are ran. And you see it, with the way that Coach Kalen Deboer handles the media and allows his team to be front and center when it comes to the meetings. Nick Saban didn't do that. So like I said, he's not trying to replicate Nick Saban. Coach Kalen Deboer, just like Nick Saban, is a proven winner. But the thing is, Coach Kalen Deboer won at a higher rate everywhere he done been than Nick Saban did. Nick Saban didn't win at this 90% or 80% at Michigan State and Toledo and other places that he was. It wasn't until he got to LSU and Alabama that Nick Saban became the greatest head coach of all time. Right? Or was on his way to becoming the greatest head coach of all time. But from day one, as a head coach, Coach Kalen Deboer has proved time and time again that he knows how to win and he knows how to beat the best of the best. He done proved it. So yes, I can make a case that Coach Kalen Deboer is the best coach in college football right now. And you can't dispute facts because I done gave them to you. But like I said, 72-1 home record for Coach Kalen Deboer. And if that sticks, it's going to be my Alabama Crimson Tide going to be dishing out a lot of L's in Bryant-Denny Stadium. I do know that. And like I said, this man also has a 19-3 postseason record. Okay? So, hey, it is what it is. Let's move on to what Paul Finebaum had to say about Ryan Day. And it's pretty harsh. And I don't understand why Paul Finebaum continues to lash out at Ryan Day. I don't understand it. But let's look at what he said about Ryan Day. The one deficiency Ohio State have is Ryan Day. He has yet to prove very much to me other than he can put up a gaudy record with some of the best talent in the country. He still managed to blow some of the biggest games of the year. He's so lucky. He was handed the keys to the Mercedes and he's gotten a few scrapes on it. Nobody has had an easier transition than this guy. Urban Meyer quit and Ryan Day takes over. He's had elite quarterback. He's had elite quarterback after elite quarterback. You can just look in the NFL and see who I'm talking about. We're not talking about little league here. This is the big time. My issue with him isn't his record. Big deal. He can beat up on a bunch of crummy teams. My issue is what happens when he gets to prime time. Fine and dandy. That's fine and dandy. That's his thoughts. But the fact of the matter is, you got another coach that you can say the same thing about. Now, y'all remember that Ryan Day has only been a head coach for 5 seasons. Yes, Ohio State is the first head coaching job that Ryan Day has had. And guess what? Ryan Day has beaten Michigan twice. I understand that he done got beat by Michigan the past 3 years. I understand that. But in his first 5 years, he's beaten Michigan twice. He's won 2 conference championships. He done made 2 playoff appearances, I believe. I believe he done made 2 playoff appearances. So why you getting all up in arms about Ryan Day? Yeah, it ain't his record. But you said it ain't his record. But when he get to the big game, he can't win them. All right. But like I say, this guy, 2 playoff appearances, 2 conference championships, done beat Michigan twice. Matter of fact, he won the conference his first 2 years as a head coach. But you want to jump on this guy. And guess what? It's his first time being a head coach. This man has a 56-8 record through 5 years. His first year, when he took over, he went 13-1. Yeah, he took over a great roster, but he went 13-1. And made an appearance in the playoff. Got beat by Clemson, 2019. Everybody got beat by Clemson in 2019. They went undefeated. And guess what? Clemson beat Kirby Smart the game before Clemson beat Ryan Day, or Deboer Sweeney beat Ryan Day. So did Kirby Smart fold in the big game when he played Clemson in 2019? Because that's what you're saying about Ryan Day, basically. All right. And then Ohio. And then in 2020, the COVID year, he won the conference and made a national championship appearance. Yeah, he lost to my Alabama, Crimson Tide. But so did everybody else. Kirby Smart lost to my Alabama Crimson Tide in 2020, just like Ryan Day did. Did Kirby mess up that game too? I haven't heard you say that, Paul Finebaum. Okay, 2021, Ryan Day went 11-2. 2022, 11-2. 2023, 11-2. Those are records of a great head coach. You say that he can beat up. Let me go back to it. You say, where you at, Paul Finebaum? You say, and another thing you said, Ryan Day done had elite quarterback after elite quarterback. And I know you're talking about Justin Fields and C.J. Stroud, Those were the two elite quarterbacks that he had in these past 5 years. But guess what? Kirby Smart had one of those elite quarterbacks too in Justin Fields. He just didn't want to play him. He thought he had something better out there. And Ryan, he went to transfer from Georgia to Ohio State and took off. Kirby Smart had that same chance with with Justin Fields. He just didn't take advantage of it. Is that a knock on Kirby Smart? Because it seemed to me that everything that Ryan Day does, Paul Finebaum got an issue with it. But when it comes to Kirby Smart, he got Kirby Smart on a fucking pedestal. Now, I understand that Kirby Smart got 2 national championships and Ryan Day has none. I understand that. But if you look at it, Ryan Day's first 5 years as a head coach is better than Kirby Smart's first 5 years as a head coach. Kirby Smart didn't put together those championship years until 2021. And 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. His first 5 years, Kirby got what? 1 conference championship. 1 playoff appearance. All right. That's all he had in his first 5 years. While Ryan Day, he had 2 conference championships, 2 playoff appearances. This was in his first 2 years as a daggone head coach. Come on, man. Let's Paul Finebaum, let's stop trying to degrade Ryan Day. Because, like I say, he only been a head coach for 5 years. And in his first 5 years, he accomplished more than Kirby Smart. But now, since Kirby Smart in the past 3 years won 2 national championships, you putting him on a pedestal. And the thing is, you didn't critique Kirby Smart's first 5 years like you critiquing Ryan Day's first 5 years. And I know I understand that Ohio State done lost to Michigan 3 years in a row when they under Jim Harbaugh. I understand that. But guess what? Kirby Smart lost to Nick Saban 4 times in a damn row. 4 times in a row. And you still didn't critique Kirby Smart the way you critique Ryan Day. I don't understand. I guess Paul Finebaum just be wanting to have something to talk about. But if you're going to, critique this man's resume with a fine-tooth comb, critique everybody else's with a fine-tooth comb. That's all I'm saying. Ryan Day in his first 5 years had a better win percentage than Kirby in his first 5 years with more conference championships, more playoff appearances. Just putting it out there. But like I said, I can make a case today that my coach, Coach Kalen Deboer, is the best coach in college football today. And when you're talking about who got the most pressure on him, it ain't Coach Kalen Deboer. It ain't Ryan Day. It's Kirby Smart. And we all know why. Why? Because Nick Saban was Kirby Smart's nemesis. And now that Nick Saban is no longer a head coach no more, Kirby Smart can't come out and lose his very first game against Coach Kalen Deboer in Alabama. Because Nick Saban in Alabama, it was Kirby Smart's nemesis. Don't come out and lose to Alabama under a new head coach in his first year. Then what's going to be the narrative? Because the narrative right now is Kalen Deboer got all this pressure on him, and Kirby Smart is the best coach in college football. So what will be the narrative if Kirby Smart and those Georgia Bulldogs come to Tuscaloosa and lose that game? And what y'all already told you, Coach Kalen Deboer is 72-1 in home games. So what would be the narrative if Alabama and Coach Kalen Deboer handed Kirby Smart and his Georgia Bulldogs an L? What would be the narrative? What would be the narrative if Kirby Smart wind up meeting Ryan Day in the playoffs and Ryan Day get the win this time? What would be the narrative? And I'll remind you, I'm sure you Georgia Bulldog fans ain't forgot. You beat Ryan Day and his Ohio State Buckeyes in the semifinals 2022. You beat them, but you only beat them by 1 point. So you can't sit here and say that Ryan Day got out coached. You can't say that. Yeah, Ryan Day and his Buckeyes had a nice little lead and Georgia came back. But you can't say Ryan Day just got out coached. You might can say, well, Ryan Day got out coached in the second half, and then again you can turn around and say Kirby Smart got out coached in the first half. So it all breaks off even. A 1 point win is not a lack of coaching on the loser's part. That is, it can't be. It can't be. So, hey, it is what it is. I think Kirby Smart got the most pressure on him. I don't think it's Ryan Day, and I don't think it's daggone Coach Kalen Deboer. That's just me. And you might say, well, you go through Kirby Smart record with a fine tooth comb. No, I don't. It's just fact. The fact of the matter is he did lose to Nick Saban 4 times in a row. And the fact is that Ryan Day lost to Jim Harbaugh 3 times in a row. That's fact. It is fact that Ryan Day has a better win percentage in his first 5 years than Kirby Smart. It is a fact that Ryan Day won more conference championships than Kirby Smart in his first 5 years. That's fact. It's a fact that Ryan Day had more playoff appearances than Kirby Smart in his first 5 years. That is fact. Now, the past 3 years, yeah, it's a complete switcheroo. Kirby Smart in the past 3 years has been the best coach in all of college football in the past 3 years. Well, no, he has not been the best coach in all of college football, because guess what? The past 3 years, he was 2-1 against Nick Saban. So, hey, it is what it is. That's why everybody was saying, well, he's second best to Nick Saban. And that's why everybody's saying now that Nick Saban is gone, he's the best coach in college football. So, hey, you can argue with me all you want. The fact of the matter is, my coach right now got a case to be the best coach in all of college football, even though he haven't coached a game in the SEC yet. Do you agree or do you disagree? It is what it is. And I know you Georgia Bulldog fans gonna come into the comment section. You always talking about Georgia. You always talking about Kirby Smart. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You can't say I'm lying about him. That's what you can't say. Because everything I say when it comes to them Georgia Bulldogs, I'm stating facts. And when I talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide, I'm stating facts. And I just stated facts about Ryan Day, the Ohio State head coach. Just stated pure facts. It is what it is. And I can tell you, Ryan Day got a better overall winning record than Nick Saban in Nick Saban's first 5 years. I'm going to say that by a long shot. A long shot. But my coach, my present coach, Coach Kalen Deboer, got a better winning percentage in his first 5 years, all the way up until now, than any head coach in the Power 4 conference. Probably any head coach in Division I football right now. That's my coach, Coach Kalen Deboer. A damn 72-1 home win record. That's what I love. That's what I know y'all didn't know that. But hey, it's all good. But hey, Let me know what you think in the comment section about this video. If you agree with me, put it in the comment section. If you disagree, put it in the comment section. I don't give a damn if you disagree. And I'm going to tell you one more fact. My Alabama Crimson Tide coming into the season, whooping ass and taking names. And if you come into Bryant-Denny Stadium, just prepare to take a L. Now y'all be blessed. And I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide and roll damn Tide.